Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about it just like that. I did not even realize that the episode 3 came on. So I'm behind. What? I don't even know what day the show comes on. Does it come on Fridays, Thursdays? I'm gonna have to figure out when the show comes on because I don't know. And then plus it comes on. It comes on HBO Max. And so it's like out of sight, out of mind because my shows I have DVR. And when I don't see something on the DVR list, I just don't really think about it too much. Um, but anyways, I'm here. One thing I wanted to mention that I missed out last week was the scene between Sienna and her. Is it Sienna and her hairdresser? When she got mad at her hairdresser because she felt like her hairdresser had overstepped, and then girl, basically she came crawling back because her head looked a mess. All right, so um, Carrie. Carrie is doing the audio version of her book. She has a hard time um, reading what she wrote. It got to the point where she couldn't even finish chapter 3. They told her that had a breakdown in the booth. They told her that it's okay. We can just come back to it. And it's so crazy because she thought it was only going to be 2 days that they, I guess, were going to be in the studio. But is that her manager? I think that's her manager. I don't know. It was delayed. I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm just going to say her manager for now. Told her no. We actually rented out the space for 5 days. She was like 5 days, and she was like, yeah, just in case if you need a longer amount of time. Come to find out, she needed the time. She didn't really want to, I guess, worry her friends about her still grieving Big's death, which is actually kind of sad. Um, so she lied to everybody and told them that she had COVID. That's also how she got out of continuing the auto. Well, she went back and finished, but she didn't want to do the audio version anymore. She just felt like somebody else should do it. So she told them that she had COVID. But then the manager came back and was like, "Oh, girl, we 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 got it long. You can still do it. We're gonna work it out." But she told everybody she had COVID. She ran into an old friend. Again, I think I watched my fair share episodes of Sex in the City. But this one lady, I guess a friend of Carrie, she saw her, bumped into her, had a conversation. I don't know who she was. I don't know if she was from the original series. Um, but her husband died, and she kind of gave Carrie some advice as far as how to handle, basically like, girl, it's gonna be hard, and a lot of days I fake it, but the truth of the matter is, what other options do I have? Like, either I'm gonna sit at the house pretty much and be sad and cry, or either I'm gonna get out and just live my life and just try to make the best out of it. She also said she had a facelift. She also gave her some, basically telling her that she needs to do what makes her happy. So whatever makes you happy, right? That's what makes you happy. Put yourself before other people. So of course, Carrie went shoe shopping. She loves shoes. She went shoe shopping. Um, Bought a few pair of shoes. Like the next day, she ate a burger and some fries. And then I forgot. Did she eat some donuts? Was she eating like donuts or something? She was eating cookies. I can't remember, child. So she was just kind of like doing her own little thing. Like at one point, she was supposed to go meet up with her friends for lunch, but she was at the house. I guess she forgot. She was at the house eating a burger and some fries. Cena's Hermes was stolen. But she eventually got it back. She found it. I mean, it was kind of weird. The bag was just like laying. I said, girl, they could have did a better job with this girl. The bag was just laying like on the ground. Now, bitch, ain't too many people. Girl, I don't see too many people walking where Sienna lives, seeing an Hermes bag that's that bright orange, girl, and it just lying there, and nobody just stops to pick it up. Girl, 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 somebody, girl, girl. The milf gate. So at school, there's a list. It's a milf gate. Basically, moms I like to Fuck. Um, Lisa, is her name Lisa? Nicole Ari Parker's character and Charlotte, they made the list, so they were excited. I thought that was actually kind of funny. They're happy they made the list. At one point, I guess the school principal or whoever it was, he felt like the person who did the list, they should have like a permanent mark, like on their college record or something like that. And I think because they made the list, they were like, no, 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 that's too much. You shouldn't do that to him. It's basically not that deep. But that was funny. Um, oh, Dr. Naya. She's also working, I guess, with Lisa on her project. So I like the fact, no tea, no shade. I like the fact that they're kind of like, building a friendship with the two black ladies on the show. I like that. Even though, the truth of the matter is you're not friends with everybody, but I still like it. Girl, Brady. Brady's girlfriend broke up with him. Girl, I think that was his. I think that was his first piece. A pussycat. Okay, so girl, he over in what was he at? Amsterdam, Switzerland. He's somewhere, girl. Girl, so he called Miranda, girl, boohoo crying. Girl almost got hit by a car. Girl, he done lost his first piece of little puss, and he don't know what to do. Girl, so he just cutting up acting the fool. Girl, remember last season when Miranda was letting Brady and that girl have sex that was letting Brady have sex in her house? um, Miranda wants a tattoo. Her and Shay got into a small argument because Shay was shooting her television show. And uh before you walk in, you were supposed to put your phone inside of a bag. It's so crazy because I didn't know they did stuff like this even in real life. My friend went to a Bruno Mars concert. Either he went to Bruno Mars or the Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak concert. Remember they had that group Silk Sonic? So I don't know. Either it was Bruno Mars or Bruno Mars with Anderson. Anyways, long story short, girl, he went in and he said they also had bags that you have to put your phone in, and you close the bag, and there's no way for you to open up the bag until you leave. Because I had been heard that at Bruno Mars show, the ones in Vegas, that you couldn't they wouldn't allow like footage. I guess that's one of the reasons why we never really seen any type of footage floating around. Now, girl, when we went to Usher concert, girl, they didn't care. Girl, okay, they didn't take our phones. So, anyways, Miranda is going to see Shay as she does her television show, and they're basically taking the phones. Miranda lies to them and says she doesn't have a phone. She lost her phone at the ocean. Blah blah blah. So they're like, okay, girl. Of course, her phone goes off. I think it's Brady calling. Her phone goes off during the taping. It messes up the entire, show. They have to reshoot the scene again. And I don't think Shay is necessarily an actor. So I think that's one of the reasons why, I guess, is she a producer? Um, One of the women of the show was freaking out because I think they finally got a good taping and now they have to go back and reshoot it. Um, Love knows who is this? Mm, I'm nosy. Anyways, her and Miranda are Shay. I think Shay's pronouns are they. So they and Miranda get into a little argument back and forth. I think Shay's nerves are already bad anyways. So my nerves are already bad, girl. And here you go with the cell phone. It's going off. So I understood why she was upset. And then Lisette, which is Carrie's neighbor, she, the jewelry maker, she has a jewelry showcase. She's trying to get her jewelry, I think, put into Neiman's and Saks. Girl, some man came and like robbed the showcase, the show, and took all her jewelry. Um, Ooh. Oh, Dr. Naya. I think she's gonna go on a date with one of the guys on set. Girl, he was fine. I said, "Ooh, girl." I think she's gonna go on a date with him. He was basically kind of trying to fix her microphone, take her microphone off, and he had to reach down her shirt, I guess, to take the microphone off. And she was like, "Well, why don't you take me to dinner first?" And then afterwards, he was like, "Were you serious about going to dinner?" And then she was like, "Oh no, 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 girl, I would have went. Girl, we ain't gotta go to dinner. We can go to lunch. We can go right now." Oh, girl, it's some guy that works in the studio that stank. Girl, one of the tech guys, engineers, I don't know, child. All I know is he came into the studio part, the booth, and Carrie and the woman, I'm assuming that's her manager again. I don't know. I'll figure it out. They're standing in the booth, and girl, they had to hold their breath. And then when he walked out, girl, they let it out. I said, "Ooh, girl." All right, y'all. That was pretty much it, girl. Carrie finally was able to kind of get it together towards the end, and she basically finished the audio by herself. All right, y'all. That's it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.